Hi everyone, and welcome back to this open level flow. I'm so glad that you're here and I hope everything is going well. For this class, you'll need a brick and your yoga mat, of course, and that's it. We're going to focus on the side body with triangle and some balancing half moon, which is one of my most favorite asanas. It's super fun. And balancing in general is amazing for helping you focus. When you're balancing, you can't think about anything else. If you do, you'll fall out of the pose. So by nature of balancing on one foot and challenging our proprioception, challenging our muscles to help us build stability, we draw the mind into the present moment. Balancing, therefore, being a great tool for meditation and centering. As always, I hope that you have warmed up before watching this video. If not, pause this, hop over to one of my warm-up videos, follow along, and then come back. And that way you'll be super safe and ready to rock and roll. Okay, let's get started. Coming up to the top of the mat and bringing the hands into Namaste. Feet about hip distance apart. Pressing down with the heels and reaching up to the crown of the head. Shoulders rolled up, back, and down. Breathing. Inviting the breath to be long and deliberate. Deep ujjayi, ocean sounding breath. Full inhale, full exhale. On the in-breath, reaching the arms up overhead. Palms unite, part the air, exhale, diving down into the legs. Relax the back of the neck, gazing behind you. Stepping back into that downward facing dog, walking in place a few times. And inhale the right foot forward. Stay on the ball of that back foot as you come up, reaching the arms up toward the sky. Here you're taking the right hip, pulling it backward just slightly. Left hip is going forward, squaring up the hips. Lower the hands down to the brick or to the floor and come up, just bringing your left leg parallel to the floor, warrior 3 variation. If you've got the balance there, bring the hands into Namaste. And we're trying our best to lower that left hip down. Imagining if you had a marble and you placed it on the small of your back, that marble would stay put. It wouldn't roll to the right or roll off to the left. Bending that standing leg. This time go flat with the back foot and let's cartwheel open to the left, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Right knee over right ankle. Back toes are angled up a little bit, 45 degrees, and you're pushing into the outside edge of that back foot. Arms are in a T position. Relax your shoulders down. Gaze softly out over that right middle finger. One more deep breath in. And we'll take a soft vinyasa. Cartwheel your hands down. Step that right foot back. Lower your knees, cross the ankles, reach the heart forward, twist to your left, twist to your right. Child's pose. Let out an audible sigh. Inhale up to tabletop. Exhale back to down dog, taking a moment to just walk in place. This time, take the left foot forward to the top of the mat. Squaring up the hips, ball of the back foot. Inhale, come up, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Inhale the arms up. Warrior 1 variation. Your left hip is coming back just a smidgen. Right hip going forward to square up the pelvis straight ahead. Bring the hands to the floor or to the brick. And for warrior 3, here the right hip is going to want to go really high in the air. Try to drop it down a little bit, squaring up the pelvis with the floor. Another way to think of this is if you had 2 headlights on your hips, you want to shine the beams of the headlights straight down at the floor. So if your pelvis is kind of tilted, you would shine those headlights toward the angle away from the mat. So we want it straight down. So to do that, you might need to bend your standing leg a little bit if you're tight in the hamstrings, and that'll help you to drop that right hip down. One more breath. Bend that standing leg, come back, dropping that heel down. We cartwheel the arms open to the right. Warrior two. Knee over ankle. Back toes angled up 45 degrees. Push into the outside edge of that back foot. Reaching to the crown of the head. Shoulders are relaxed, back and down. Good. Gaze out softly over your left middle finger. Breathing. Challenge yourself, go a little bit deeper into that lunge. Perfect. One more deep breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back, drop your knees, cross the ankles, twist to your right. Inhale to center, exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, exhale, child's pose, let out that audible sigh. Inhale to tabletop, exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk or hop to the top and fold into your legs. Bend the knees and let's rise up on the inhalation. Exhale, hands are to the heart. Bringing the feet together. Again, inhale, reach up. Imagine you're parting the air like you're opening curtains, coming onto stage and diving down. If you can, reach back, grab a hold of your legs, gently pull yourself deeper. Shoulders rolled up out of gravity. And we'll step back to downward facing dog from here. Walking in place. Opening up Achilles tendon, calf muscles, muscles of the feet, which will help us when we go to balance a little further down the road in class. We want the feet warmed up and awakened. Right foot will step through. Similar flow as before. Square up the hips here, pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, we come up. Taking the hands to the brick or the floor. Warrior three. Or challenge yourself by bringing the hands to the heart. Leveling up those hips. Dropping the back foot. Cartwheel open, warrior two. Take a breath in and straighten out that front leg. Scoot your back foot in a couple of inches for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Grab your brick with the right hand. A couple things about the foundation of this asana, triangle pose. You want to make sure your front heel is in line with the arc of your back foot. So if I had a piece of chalk and took it from the front heel and drew a line, that line would hit the middle of my back left foot. Curl the toes up a little bit, 45-degree angle or so on that back foot, and your front foot is pointing straight ahead. Let's go ahead and take that brick again into the right hand, arms up into a T position, shoulders relax. The first move with triangle pose is Utthaya, which means to lengthen or stretch. So it's Utthaya Trikonasana. Utthaya, we stretch forward. Taking left hip backward, right arm forward, get as long as you can. Be mindful of not letting your shoulder head roll forward, hip rolling forward. Remember that idea of the headlights on the hips, headlights on the shoulders. We want to shine it right toward you, right toward the camera. So we want to open up to that wall and everything is on a plane. When we can't reach any further, that's when we lower this right hand down to the brick. Left arm is up. Shoulders roll down, away from the ears. Inhale, we come up, putting a little bend in that front leg, rising up Releasing the brick down as we sink into warrior two. Take a breath in and exhale, medium vinyasa. That means knees, chest, chin to the earth. Straighten up the legs, active legs, pushing down with the tops of the feet. Bhujangasana, cobra, shoulders down. Exhale, press it back, it up, down dog. Left foot steps forward, square up the hips. Left foot is pulling back, right hip is going forward. Inhale, we rise up, knee over the ankle, arms sweep up, sinking into your lunge. Good. Taking the hands to the brick or floor for warrior three. Right away, right hip wants to fly up to the sky, but let's be disciplined here. Lower that hip down. Putting the marble on the small of the back. We want that marble to stay. Hands can balance. If you need to, you can bring your arms out like airplane wings, and that'll help you find balance a little easier. Breath is strong. Bending that standing leg. We come up, plant that back foot flat. This time the heel is down, and we'll prep for triangle pose. Make sure that your back toes are angled up. Your front heel is directly in line with the arch of your back right foot. Toes on the front foot pointing straight ahead. Shoulders, hips lined up, arms into the T position. And then from here, let's go ahead and Utthaya to reach or stretch. Reach forward. And as you're doing that, you're sending your right hip backwards away. Finding that length. Everything staying open here. Good. And when you can't Utthaya or reach anymore, lower the hand down, right arm up to the sky. Gaze up or down, whatever feels better on your neck. And by having the brick here, try not to just hang out and collapse into the brick. We still want to find length on that left side of the body. We still want to be reaching out through the head. We still want to be reaching up through that top arm. The body is still very energized. One more breath. Put a little bend in that front knee. Inhale, we come up, and exhale, sinking into warrior two. Everything is the same here, like you experience a triangle, except your front leg is bent. We're open, open, feet are still in a line. Medium vinyasa, exhale. Cartwheel down. Step back, knees, chest and chin, elbows stay in. Bhujangasana. Exhale, right back and up, downward facing dog, let out a sigh. Walk or hop to the top. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale to the heart. Let's play around now with Ardha Chandrasana, our balancing half moon. I want to go through it first with you, and then we'll place it into the flow. There's a lot to learn here. So let's break it down. So first thing, we start in about a stance for warrior two. Brick in the hand, everything the same. Come forward, brick on the outside of that left foot and forward. And come forward, lifting that back leg up. Brick is right underneath your shoulder. Everything opens, rolling that hip back, rolling the shoulder back, lifting, arm up, breathing. Back leg as high as you can get it, flexing that foot, lots of energy through the legs. Since this is open level, we might explore something a little more advanced, bending that top leg, reaching back, find that foot. And if you want to leave in a little bit more advanced work, you can try to hover the hand. Release, bend that front leg. Inhale, we come up. Good, and let's explore that on the other side. Pivot the feet, brick in your right hand. Feet are aligned, and then I come into that warrior two stance. And when you come into Ardha Chandrasana or balancing half moon, you want to imagine that you're leaning right against the wall behind you. I'll show you what I mean. And forward, break out in front and off to the side, the right side of your foot. Now here I imagine I'm leaning right into the wall behind me. So I stack the hips, stack the arms. Foot is high, trusting and imagining that wall is behind me. Good. Shoulders are relaxed, away from your ears. If you tried it on one side, try it on the other. Reach back and find that foot. But no big deal if you can't get it. Beautiful. And if you tried the hovering without the brick, go for that. You'll see right now how that balancing brings your mind right into the present moment. Bend your standing leg. Come back to warrior two. Straighten out both legs. And let's hang out upside down for a moment. Wide-legged forward fold. You're grabbing a hold of your elbows and let everything just dangle here. Bend the knees, inhale, let's come all the way up. Okay, we're gonna keep going now and add this right into our flow. So stepping up to the top of the mat. Get your brick nearby. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, softly fold, step back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, right foot comes forward. Inhale, stay on the ball of the back foot, warrior one variation. We're going to skip over warrior three. Let's drop that back foot, opening up into warrior two. Come forward, hand on the brick. Try for your Ardha Chandrasana here, stretching, reaching. Any variation that works. You fall out of it, no big deal. Have fun with that. Laugh about it. Just go back into it. Keep trying. Some days the balance is there, some days it's not. It's important that you just go for it and have an attitude of non-attachment. Okay, release and drop that back foot. Inhale, let's come up and we'll pivot. This is going to warrior two right on the other side. So now the left leg is bent, brick in the left hand, Ardha Chandrasana. Have that really energized expression reaching through the body. Bring that breath back into your practice if you've lost sight of it. Beautiful. One more breath. Bend that leg. Come back into warrior one on this side. So swivel the hips, shining the headlights that are on the hip bones straight ahead. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Step it back. Plank pose. Lower your knees. Chest and chin down. Nice job. Inhale, cobra. And let's rest for a few breaths in child's pose. Exhale with an audible sigh. Filling the back body with breath. As you're here, noticing sensation. Noticing the heat that is built in the body. All of that hard work draws you right in to the here and now. One more breath. Inhale. Come up to that tabletop and let your hips fall down to either side, swinging the legs around out in front of you. So part of the ability to do Ardha Chandrasana is to be able to have balance, and having balance on one leg really becomes easier if you have some good flexibility. So let's work on building flexibility in our hamstrings. Left leg is out, right foot is in, touching that inner thigh. Little secret here is if your right knee is hovering off the ground or you've had previous injury or surgery, we want to remove that knee out of the equation. And we can do that by putting a brick right there. And now we know it's safe. Right arm comes up. Exhale, reach out and over, grabbing the outside edge of that left foot, your left hand pushing from behind. Every exhale, you're allowing yourself to sink down deeper into the stretch. Closing your eyes and listen and feel your breath moving in your body. Two more deep breaths and then we'll transition to the other side. So enjoy this moment. One more breath. On the inhale, come up just halfway, pause to exhale. Inhale, continue all the way up. Switch to the other side. Let's prop that left knee. First, feel yourself level on the floor, on the hips, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, cross over and grab the outside of that foot. Right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold softly. I'm trying my best to keep my head and neck aligned with the spine. You might think you're going deeper if you can drop your forehead to the shin, but that's actually not doing anything. So focus instead on getting your heart to your knee, reaching forward with the actual spine and torso. Closing the eyes. Deepening the breath. Softening will get you deeper rather than pushing or pulling. So focus your efforts on relaxing and surrendering here. Good. Two more deep breaths. Last deep breath. Inhale, we come up halfway, pause to exhale. Feel everything as you continue your way all the way up. This time, let's bring both legs out into full stick pose. Inhale, the arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, they come out and over the legs. Grabbing whatever you can. If you can grab the feet, great. If not, just grab your ankles. If you have a yoga belt here or a tie, bathrobe strap or whatever, you can put around the feet and help yourself pull a little bit deeper. That's great. Otherwise, just grab on and gently, again, pull the heart forward rather than the head down. It's a nice beginner misalignment in this posture is head down, feels like you're getting somewhere deeper. But the goal actually isn't to go down, the goal is to go out with your torso. So we want the head and heart to reach forward, scoot back on the sit bones a little bit, get flesh out of the way. We want to be right on the sit bones. Good. Come to the point where you're feeling a lot. And when sensation is high, that's it. Stay, breathe, experience that moment. That's your edge. That's where you want to hang out. Two more deep breaths. This posture also helps to relax us and cool us. One more breath. Lots to feel. So let's actually take this real slow on the way up. Start to walk your hands one at a time all the way up, feeling everything. Pausing at the top. Right arm up and back, left arm up and back, fingertips pointing straight ahead. Bend the knees. Inhale, take everything up to the sky and reverse tabletop. Or if you want a little more spice, legs are out straight for reverse plank. Choose an expression that fits your practice. And exhale, we come down all the way onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice side-to-side rock. Massaging the muscles of the back. Place the feet on the floor, mat distance apart, arms open, T position. Let both knees softly drop to the right. Stretching through the quads. Getting a low back twist. Inhale, we come up. Drop them to the left. Also stretching into the psoas muscle. Might feel good to do that one more time on each side. So if you want to, go ahead, guide yourself through that. Otherwise, it might feel nice now to just go straight out with the legs. Turning your palms up toward the sky and spending at least 5 to 10 minutes here, guiding yourself through deep relaxation. Take a deep breath in, let out that audible sigh. Allowing yourself to drop deep into gravity. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.